All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Gym of All Trades Sunday night charts. Good to see y'all. You guys want to see my face tonight? I don't really care a whole lot, but you might. Let's see what we can do here. Activate. There I am. There I am. How's that looking? Looking okay? Does my hair look okay? All right, good. All right, good deal. All right, guys. Well, welcome, guys, to Sunday Night Charts. We're ready to look at the charts, seeing what's up. Guys, Bitcoin and crypto could be ready for a pump. Could be. That's not, how do I say it? That's not just clickbait, guys. That's a real potential here. I know the market's pretty bearish. I do. I got my coffee here, guys, so be kind. Be kind. I think it's my wife's cup, but it's a nice big cup. I like it. All right. You got some hot chocolate. There you go. Shenhan. Like your name. It's cool. Hey, Josh Hernandez. Hey, buddy. Bonjour, monsieur. Monsieur Joshua Hernandez. Keith. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, man. Moon Boy counts. I mean, I'll give it to you, but we'll see, guys. We'll see. Guys, there's something going on in the charts here, guys, that, we're coming to a head here. And, we're going to go up or down. I got a couple of counts here for you. This is a possible count that's on the screen. We're going to look at it, see what the market might be doing. Don't forget here, guys, I'm not here to give you any kind of financial advice. This is not that. What I'm here to do is to nerd out with you guys over the charts, and we're going to look at the Elliott wave structure. What is Elliott wave structure? What is that? It's looking at wave structure. Guys, a guy named Elliott noticed in the market that the market moves in 5s and 3s. He found out that those 5s and 3s could be put together in certain patterns with rules, and he developed a theory of how the market moves. And you know what? Daggone it, it's pretty darn good. It's a pretty neat theory that I find that works over and over and over again. We're going to apply that tonight. Do our very best to understand wave structure. This is technical analysis on the wave chart. It's not fundamental analysis, guys. That's another channel, guys. You should find that on another channel. Okay? But anyway, good to see y'all. Hey, Chester, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Hey, Kimosabe, Sunday night. Octavian. I'm glad you're awake, man. I hope it's not too late for you. Let's see. iGuy. Hey, there's my buddy iGuy there. How's it going, Rob? I hope you're doing well. Daniel, good to see you. Almet Mert, good to see you. Joel, hey, Hugo. Angry Sack Magic is here. Angry Sack Magic. He's got the winner, man. He's got the winner for the best name. Eddie. What's up, Dr. Ed? Good to see you. And Rakesh, Mohan, I don't know, but good to see you. All right, guys. Well, I think I've called out most everybody here. It's going to get to where I can't call out everybody. Hey, Jay, Crypto Fever, and Joel. Good to see you guys. There's Charles Smith and Bobby. All right, guys. I missed Andres. Sorry about that, buddy. Good to see you. And Sean. Hey, Sean. All right. Well, guys, let's jump into the chart. There's 53 of it. We're going to nerd out on the charts a little bit. We're bearish tonight, obviously. We're bearish, but I try to give you some heads up on on what the market might be doing in the near future. So we're gonna jump into the Bitcoin chart. We're gonna look at Bitcoin, Ethereum. We'll look at just as many of the charts as we can do it. I got coffee tonight, guys, so hopefully that'll give me a little energy. So anyway, hasta la vista, Barbie. What's up, buddy? All right, guys. Now, I'm not a huge fan here, but there's a bullish count here. Okay, let's zoom out. Let's just start our analysis from the back end. Let's just zoom out to the daily chart, understand what's happening here. Okay, as we sing in Moana, I see what's happening. Yeah. All right. You're face to face with Elliott wave, and it's strange. It is. All right. What we've got here, we've got two options. I don't even need to do a whole lot of analysis for this wave here. You don't really need to do a lot of analysis to it. Because right here, this structure that's being formed, I see only two options. Two options, and two options only. And, it simplifies the market quite a bit. We talked about it last time. I think we talked about being binary. The market is still binary. However, it's made a little bit more progress in the current wave. And we're going to see if we're going to get some kind of a bounce here, or is it going to keep rocking to the downside. Now, I'm not going to begin to tell you what I know is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but there's a wave structure on the chart that, all the crypto market is kind of pointing, hey, there could be, with some real intensity, a pretty decent bounce on the way. Okay. Will it go to 11,000, 12,000? Yeah, absolutely. It could go down to 11,000, but is it going to go there now when all the market is expecting it? That's a question, Pam. That is the question. Is it going to go now? Nobody knows the answer, guys. Nobody. So if you're listening to somebody who says, oh, yeah, the market's definitely going to 11K, 12K, I would just go away from the channel or ask for clarification, I suppose. All right, but anyway, we got a binary situation. We've got a dichotomy of just two choices that I can see on the chart of what's happening right now. So let's dig in here and analyze. All right. So what are the two options? And all we really need to do is focus on this. This is looking like a finished three-wave move. First off, we're just looking at that. It's looking pretty decent for a three-wave move. Now, on the 2-day, on the weekly chart, we have done a couple of things here. Number one, we have broken on the weekly. We have broken the RSI structure. Let's see. It kind of broke back down a little bit. Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? Last week it was looking a lot better than this week. It was broken up to the upside. It has now broken back in at the weekly close. It broke back in there. I thought I had a chart where it had broken out. It was the 2-week, guys. It was the 2-week. The 2-week RSI had broken. I knew there was a chart where it had broken out. Yeah, the 2-week has broken structure. In other words, we're coming to a place on the chart. Now, it's the 2-week chart, mind you, so that means moves that progress from there could take a month or two to develop. In other words, the market has a tendency to take a long time doing stuff, okay? A lot longer than you expect. And looking at every candle on this chart, guys, every candle on this chart is 2 weeks worth of time, okay? This red candle right here is 2 weeks worth of time. So you got to understand that, the market may play around at this current level for another 2 weeks, okay? So yeah. But there you go. On the 2-week, we've got a break of the structure. What that means is the pattern, the pattern of the momentum to the downside is beginning to break a little bit. In other words, we had this nice trend, boom, 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 as price went down here on the 2-week chart. Okay, and the price, the momentum was to the downside and still possibly is. Now, but what's happened is in this price action here, the momentum has begun to break out of that pattern. In other words, it's no longer within the price pattern that we've been in for the while. In other words, the momentum is beginning to round bottom. Okay, we're beginning to round the momentum. So over the next several weeks to a month, this may begin to climb to the upside if we get some bullish action on the chart. Okay. Now, what I just drew, just drawing something like that, guys, that's the rest of the year. That little wave that I just drew right there is the price action for the rest of the year. So I'm not sitting here saying this week we're going to go to 40K or anything like that, or any kind of pump that I see coming is going to happen immediately. You shouldn't be taken from this video that, and I'm careful to say these things, guys, because a lot of you guys are looking for signals. You're looking for, what's going to happen in the market. And I'm here to tell you, this is what I see developing, but I'm not necessarily saying that the entry is here, but it could be, and I'll show you why I think that. So anyway, I guess what I want you to see is that the momentum is beginning to go a little bit more sideways rather than down a little bit. Now, if we get some more down weeks, that could continue to the downside. It could be a little false bump here in the road, but nevertheless, we are approaching oversold. We haven't reached it on the 2-week chart, but we're approaching it, and it is rounding the bottom out. Okay? On the monthly chart, did we break the monthly? I can't remember if we broke the monthly. We're in the process right now, of thinking about breaking the monthly right now. We did break actually here, but we haven't had any move to the upside yet. So anyway, that's significant. Let me show you other places where, the 2-week or the weekly, was in a pattern to the downside and it broke. Okay. For instance, right here, you had this, where's a good place? Probably right there. You had a break to the upside, and then but it was right in the middle of no man's land. So we really like to see the pattern break to the upside when we're close to oversold here. So when this popped up right here, popped up and out of, you'll see here, I'm just going to make my moving average. There we go. So when you see this right here, where we popped up past the moving average, popped up out of here, that was a good signal that hey, we've broken this downward structure, and she started moving with momentum to the upside. Okay, we had it again here. Now this move right here was the COVID dump, so this was the movement up prior to, and you'll notice that this thing wasn't finished on the weekly. It didn't make it all the way down here to the bottom. It didn't make it all the way down to oversold here. It didn't get there on the weekly until to the COVID dump, right? So now we've got this other trend here on the RSI here, and you can see that we are oversold on the weekly. And you can see on the weekly chart, guys, that the RSI doesn't usually make it too deep into the oversold. Past 30. 30 is a number that in Bitcoin's momentum cycle on the weekly chart that just kind of sits. But what we also have working is some divergence, particularly. Hasn't been really confirmed yet, but we've got some divergence. Let's see if I can clear my chart here. There we go. We got some divergence working. Now, one of the things we teach and we learn in our Discord is that divergence made by particular wave structures are most important, okay? I know you guys are probably looking at the little price dump that we're getting here. So let's see. Let me just take a peek at it here. Get small time frame. There we go. All right, we're good. All right, back to what I was saying on the weekly. Yeah. So anyway, what we're getting is we're getting some divergent wave action here. Now, what's that mean? Well, it just means that the momentum is shifting to the upside while price is still coming down. That means the selling power, the selling pressure to the downside is weakening. Okay. Now, we haven't had a break. Well, we really have had a break in price structure, but not one that we like to see. Okay. But we have broken out a price structure here. We've broken out of the downward trend. Okay. And we've retested it. Now, my contention is that when you see this happening often, it is often the case, guys, that you're going to see a pretty big, we're gonna have a big week soon, okay, where we start to get some, or a couple of weeks, we're gonna get some momentum out of here, probably. All right, that's unless the sellers come in and just completely wreck this thing, which that can always happen. All right, now. So that's some momentum analysis there using the RSI. Now, let's look at the Elliott wave count in conjunction with that. What do I see happening? Now, I've got two options for you. Two options that I can see on the table. One of the things we need to note and to remember is the rule of proportionality. Okay, proportionality. Now, what that means. it means that the waves will move in proportion to each other. And there's a general, what Elliott wave writers call the look. The look, okay? And what's happened here is that we're losing the look of an impulse to the downside. We've lost the look, in my opinion. I suppose it could come. And okay, here's the thing: we've lost the look of an impulse wave. Okay, an impulse wave looks like this, where you get a 1, 2, all right, and then you get a deep 3, 4, 5. There's the look of an impulse wave. Now, in order for this right here to be an impulse wave, in order for it to create the look of an impulse wave, this is the look of an impulse wave, guys, right there. See it? That's the look of an impulse wave. Here's another one right here. There's the look of an impulse wave, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the look. That's what we're looking at, okay? Now, in order to get an impulse, guys, here's the deal. This would have to come down way down here to give us the look. It would almost have to go to 0, guys, in order for this wave structure that we have right here to go down as an impulse wave. It's much too big. This is my number one reason, to be honest with you, why I think that price will probably not go to 12K or 10K or 6K right now. Probably not. It's probably going to bounce first. And everybody's looking at this thinking, oh man, we have broken this low here. We're playing around down here, and this is looking so bearish. We're just waiting for the next move down. But if we're going to get the kind of wave that we need to get to maintain the look or the proper proportionality of a wave, of an impulse wave, guys, we got to go to 0 to do it. We got to go below 0. Now, can Bitcoin go? Is this chart saying, hey man, Bitcoin could be going to 0, watch out? Yeah, it could, right? Hasta la vista, Barbie, man. Come on, you gotta make it. You gotta sit through my process. This is a process. We go through and we look at the chart. We're trying to build an understanding from the top down. Okay, so we don't ever look at the small, short-term wave structure until we have an understanding of the large time frame wave structure. So be patient. Just chill, relax, grab your coffee, sit and learn something. What I try to do is show you my process. And understanding the waves, starting from the big picture and working down. And so I'm just giving you some thoughts that are a big deal to me. And a big deal for me here as an Elliott wave trader is that this structure down here is much, much, much too big. It's much too big. It's too big. Okay? Sorry. Let me drink my coffee here. It's much too big to be an impulse wave. Okay? The kind of impulse wave we would expect that isn't going to blow price out and take us to 0. Okay? In order for this to be an impulse wave, we'd have to dang near get to 0. So, do you believe price is going to 0 here and right away, right now? Is that the way price moves? Probably not. Probably not. Okay? I think that we're due for a flat. And that we're getting ready to get a pump that's going to end up over the next several months being a wave that looks like this. Something like that. Now, it may not come that high. I got 40K as a nice target zone, but it doesn't have to go that high, okay? But I kind of feel like it might, okay? I think a pump like this is going to be on your chart over the next, sometime between now and March. Okay? Sometime between now and March. I think you're going to see this wave doing something like this. Now, we could go lower. We could come up here. We could come up here. There's all kinds of places we could come, but I'm looking for an impulse wave that's fast and furious and ready to to rock and roll, okay? I just want to keep track of what's happening down here on the 4 hour here. Really looking good. Pull my fibs here. Okay. How we doing so far? How we doing so far? Hit the like button if you like what you're hearing so far. Now, when is that going to happen? We'll have to look and see. We'll have to look at the small time frame structure. But that's what I think, that the divergence we have down here is actually divergence being created by this flat. There are two things that create divergence like you see down here. Okay, two wave structures that do that. Number one, you have a flat. A flat can make that kind of wave structure. Basically, a flat does this, where it makes a 3-wave to the upside, it makes a 3-wave to the downside. An expanded flat, let me be specific here. It makes a 3-wave to the downside that breaks the original low, okay, and then shoots up out of there pretty quickly, all right? And so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that pretty quick move where we maintain that divergence right there, okay? That's the structure I'm watching for. So that's what I believe is a very strong potential for the market. Does it have to play? No, it doesn't have to play. Is it definitely going to play? I don't know. I'm not here to tell you anything definite. There is nothing definite in the market. Nothing definite at all. All I know, guys, is that I think this is much too big to be an impulse wave. I don't think it's an ending diag. I don't think so. Now, it could possibly be the beginning stages of an ending diag. However, it would still need an up move. It just wouldn't be so much. So if we start to get an up move here out of this area, but it only turns out to be 3 waves, and then it starts coming down again, goes up, so then we're going to start looking at an ending diag or something like that to be the end of this wave. I just don't think so. I don't think we need that here because we really have a nice 3-wave shape here that's come. Let's see, where did we come? If we just measure that as 3 waves, I mean, we've come almost to the 1-to-1. We got to the 786. That's super pretty. I mean, that's super fine. If I measure it another way, I'll bet you if I measure it a little bit of a different count here. No, doesn't quite get us to the 1-to-1, but we're close. We're close. This is plenty fine for corrective wave. If I measure it like this, we're right sitting on the 1414. I mean, it's a beautiful area. So I wouldn't mind seeing this current wave finishing around 14K. I wouldn't mind seeing that, the top of this wave right there, about 14K. I wouldn't mind seeing a dump down to 14K. That would be just fine for me. However, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know where that bottom is going to be, but that's not a bad area to wick through the 1414 to find a support at the top of this wave here, or even a little lower at 13.9 or so. I don't think we're going to 11 or 12. I don't think we're going to 11 or 12 right now. I do think we're eventually going down to, guys, we could get down to $6,000 or $1,000. I think we could probably go all the way back down there. I would like to see final support at $6,000. That's where I would like to see. 6 to 8 would be a nice range for me. I would like to see our final support. If Bitcoin's going to last and if Bitcoin's going to make it through, I would like to see support find its ultimate. Let's not get through this level. $6,000, even $3,000 at the worst. I think in that area at the bottom of the COVID dump there. But at the end of the day, we'll see. But in an ideal circumstance, we're coming into a range. But I don't think we're ready to go down yet. I think we're going to end up making this flat. Now, I don't know how big this flat is going to be, but what kind of move would it be if Bitcoin just took off like something like that and made a 3-wave move back that high? Okay, what would it be? Well, we could totally be getting some kind of a W. A W where we get a 3-wave off there, then we got an X and then we end up getting a Y wave, and that gets us down to about 4K. Okay, now if we get up a little bit higher, that brings us, still gets us down to about 3K, 4K. We find support down here, and it needs to go back down. As it finds its way down, it needs to find its way down in 3 waves, something similar to this. Okay, so that's a very possible scenario right there. That's a larger time frame macro view. This is going to take, guys, what I just drew right there. That takes us, I mean, if it happens in the way I drew it, which probably not, but if it does, you're looking at, that takes you into 2024, guys. So we don't need to think that far ahead, but that just gives you a picture, an overall, okay, that's a picture of what we could be making, but that's, it's neither here nor there. That's too much, too far in advance. It's too much speculation. There's no need to really spend a lot of time on large time frame wave counts. There's really not. What we need to know is what's the most likely next move. Okay? So let's get into that. How are you guys doing? You doing all right? Let me know in the comments. If you're doing amazing, say I'm doing amazing. That would be awesome. Also, let me know you're listening. That'd be sweet. Because you guys get quiet in the chat, so I don't know if you're just kind of, I'm in the background. Are y'all watching football? You guys are watching football. I've got a couple guys in the game tonight. I got Travis Kelce in the game tonight, and then Mike Williams in the game tonight. So I got some guys from my fantasy team in this game that I need to do well. I need them to do well. So guys, let's root for Mike Williams to do well and Travis Kelce to do well. Travis is having already a good night, man. He's already at 88 yards with a touchdown. Dude, and it's only in the second quarter. Go, baby. Let's see Mike Williams do well as well. I'd love to see both of them just do amazingly. All right, so anyway, how are we doing? How are y'all doing? You doing all right? He got injured again. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. He's been on my... I got Keith hurting my feelings, man. Dang. He's such a good receiver, but he's been having a hard time with injuries. My team, I got Cooper Kupp injured. I had Brandon Cooks. He had his deal. He got injured, and then he had his contract deal. I have DeAndre Swift injured. You name it. I mean, just my team. I had a great team. They were scoring well, doing well first 5-6 games, and then just everybody's injured reserve. And this week, both of my quarterbacks, we're in a 2-quarterback league. Both of my quarterbacks are on a bye. I didn't do very well when I picked my quarterbacks. In fact, I did not prioritize quarterbacks this year. So anyway, not that y'all care about fantasy football, but anyway, any of you guys that do fantasy football, my team is struggling right now. We're struggling bad, but I had Tyler Bass today. 23 points from a kicker. That's an amazing day. He was my quarterback today because Matt Ryan, he's a guy I just had to pick up in hopes that he would have a 10 or 15 point week. And he got 8 points, and then did you see my Skins win? Did you see my Commanders take command today? Oh, that was a beautiful game. I mean, we didn't play that great, but we were in command. We won. So, all right. You're in Qatar, James. Wow. All right. There's a couple of you listening, at least. You let me know in the comments. Thank you, guys. All right, so let's get back on it. Sorry. Hey, man, this is fun for me. Sometimes just talk about life and talk about stuff going on. So, what was I saying? Okay, let's go to the small time frame. So, we're beginning a couple things just to remind you of what we've gone over so far. So far, number one, the RSI is beginning to round the bottom. Okay, the momentum is beginning to. What's up, Salad Bar? We're beginning to. round and break up on the daily and on the weekly. In the 2 week, we're starting to break out of the structure. Okay, that's point number one. Point number two, we got some divergence working. It's not necessarily confirmed yet, but it's working on the daily chart. On the 2 day chart, we've got divergence here, and it's divergence being created most likely by a flat. Why do I think a flat? Again, because of wave structure. As big as this wave structure is, if it's an impulse wave, it would probably have to be something very large, okay, which would take us down to zero. So if Bitcoin's going down to zero, then that's the way it's going to get down there. And this is the beginning of the massive kill, death to crypto count, okay? So either crypto is dying and going to be dead between now and the end of the year, something like that. We're getting ready to go down big and hard, like massive, or we're getting ready to pump in the form of a flat. Doesn't mean crypto can't go any lower. It just means it's not going lower right now. It's going to have a year or so where we get, or 6 months or something, where we get a pump in the form of a flat on the chart, and then we go back down for the rest and the last part. So we're looking for something like this on the chart, something like that. Ideally, get up in here, up to Chemo's box here, up to this liquidity zone. We get back up into this box here. That would be ideal for me, and I'd love to see us get there. Man, in my favorite world, I don't know. This takes us to June, July range, right here. If I draw it like that, which is plausible, it's possible. If it goes up steeper and faster, okay, this takes us into March, and I said, in my last video, hey, we could be at 40K by March. Again, that's a possibility here. That's still in play, even though right now we're getting our big move to the downside right now. All right. All right. Let's zoom in now. So I think this is the count I believe. Okay. That's the count I believe. Now let's look at the small time frame and see what's happening. Hey, there's 92 of you here. That's amazing, guys. Amazing. Hourly chart. Look at a couple things on Bitcoin. A couple things that just jump out at me. Number one, the hourly chart is so stinking oversold. It's unreal. It's oversold big time. Does that mean it's going to go up? Definitely not. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that on the hourly chart, it's oversold. Okay, it's pretty oversold. All right. What else? What else? Well, we have on the 30-minute chart, we have you can see a wave structure. I have a potential wave structure. I got a couple of counts, a couple of different ways to count this trash right here. Okay, a couple of different ways. Let me just look at the small time frame here. Okay, couple of different ways to count this here on the larger time frame. Let's look at it carefully. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's count this. Okay. The way I'm counting this is I'm going to start right here. I'm going to start, and I spent a lot of time on this last week, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time right now. So I got a 3-wave move right there. I got 3 waves right there. Now, what I believe we have here is this is a flat as well to there. Okay. All right. Then we had 3 waves there. All right. And then now we have 3 waves. We'll put it to there, something like this. Whether it comes down here or it's already done. It could be already done. Might be finished. And that's my point. It could be finished. It might be done. Now, I don't know that it's done. It could come down here and make a lower low. That's totally possible. I don't know. But what I do know is that this is looking close. It's looking close. It's always hard to find whether we're going to get that another hit to the low or not. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at for this being a 3-wave move. Okay, you got a flat, and then a 5-wave, 3-wave, 5-wave right there, 5-3-5. Okay, so that's where I am in that. Now, what else? What else could be going on here? Or what's at stake? Are we going to get this low or not? We could, but I'm not a big fan of it. But it's totally possible. We could have an ending diag in the works right now. So let's look at that. So I'm going to give you 2 counts here. One that says we're done and we're going up from here, and then another one that says, hey, no, we got an ending diag in the works and we just need to be patient here. Okay. All right. First off, we're done and we're going up, or we're almost done and we're going up. What's that count? This is ugly as crap, so that's why I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, but we've got this move right here. We got 3 down right there. We got this flat right there. Boom. Okay. Then what? Boom, boom, and then boom. This may not be done. This may have to come down, a little deeper. But I wouldn't want it to go that low. I wouldn't. I'm not a big fan of that count. Let's see. We got 3, and let's call this, let's say to here, boom, and let's call this 3 right there. And that's looking so close to being finished. So if that's the case, we could come down and break this low. We could come down and break that low. It's totally possible, totally plausible. But I don't want to break this low for that count. And then I want to see it reverse from there. So there's possibility number 1. All right. So the invalidation for that count is right here at the bottom of this wave. I don't want this low to get broken, and this could be a 1 wave and a 2 wave. It's a really convoluted and complex 2 wave, but it could be done. All right. Let me give you another count in which that could be even bigger of a like this is Moon Boy Keith M. This is your Moon Boy count, guys. I mean, this is your Moon Boy. So if you want Moon Boy, here's your Moon Boy. Are you ready? 1. We're going to call this 3 waves 2. Okay. Now we're going to call this wave right to there a 1, and we're going to call this 2. And then we're getting ready to go up so big and so fast and furious, we could go up $4,000 tonight or tomorrow or something between now and tomorrow. Probably not, but I'm just saying that we could get a big move heading on to the upside. This is your Moon Boy count. If we're finished down here, if this is done, okay, now I don't know if it's done or not. This could come on down and break the low. We could come down and break the low, and that wouldn't be wrong. I'll show you that count in just a minute. But there's a couple of counts for you guys that we have in this area, a potential readiness for the move to the upside. That I've given you a couple of counts. Number 1, W, X, boom, and let's put a Y. Let's put it right here, and it cannot break this low. Okay, there's your 1, and that's a 1, 2, 1 and a 2. And we're going to go up from there, okay? Now, that doesn't mean tomorrow as high as I've drawn it or anything like that. All that means is that's a directional arrow showing you the direction of the wave out of here after that's finished, as long as it doesn't break this low. That low is 15,500 roughly, in that ballpark, okay? Now, what else? The second count that I gave you, the big Moon Boy count, is invalidated if we break the low of 15,800, okay? If we break 15,800. If we go down here and break, that's not the exact number. It's roundabout, guys. If we break below this wave right here, then the 1, 2, 1, 2, the big Moon Boy count that I just shared with you, 1, 2, 1, 2, is invalid if that low gets broken. Okay, so that low gets broken, no longer a 1, 2, 1, 2, but we could have a 1, 2, 1, 2 on our hands, which means we are getting ready to get a big Moon Boy pump, possible. Okay, so that's the 1, 2, 1, 2 count. All right, how we doing? How we doing so far with those 2 counts? Y'all doing all right? All right. Now let's talk a little bit. What else could this be? We might not be finished. We might not be finished with this move to the downside. We might need a 5th wave, in which case we could be getting some kind of diagonal working here, where we could have maybe a 1. This could be a flat 2, Okay, and then we're working our way. We can break the low down here. Come on down. 3, 4, 5. That means we got a little work to do yet. Some more weeks to go. A bearishness where we come down and then we pump back up a bit and then we come back down. We got to go up in 3, right? And then we come down and make one more low. And that's a way we could be going down to the 15K range. That's a way we could be heading down there. So this could be some kind of a really, really ugly, ending diag of some kind. Okay, it's supremely ugly. The wave structure is supremely ugly. It's hard to get your mind around it. So I'm wondering if we're getting something like this, and that's exactly what's happening. Okay, how are y'all doing? Y'all doing all right with that? Let's see here. Yeah, crypto techs, they absolutely do correlate with DXY, absolutely. I'll show you in just a minute. I always look at DXY during my live, so we just haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, so looking for a little pumpy action here on the potentially here, and remember this is a daily count, right? This is a daily count. So in other words, if we get a pump on the daily, and I don't know exactly how high, it could be up here, it might be this low, it might just be something like that, and then we come back down, for more. But nevertheless, this could be right. There's the daily move. So we're just waiting for this wave structure to potentially, show us, hey, we're about finished. We're looking about done. Let's look at this here. What's that making? Oh, I like that wave shape. Let's see if we get 5 of them. Something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd really like something like that. That'd be nice. Let's see if we get something like that. I'd like this 4 to break down. This 4th to break down a little lower. Five-minute chart looks fantastic. Got a nice divergence there. Nice divergence there. We'll see. It may not be ready yet. May have some more down to go. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Keith, what's the Genesis FUD? I haven't been at the news today, so I don't know what that's going on. Doesn't have anything to do with FTX, does it? Could this be the end of wave B of wave 4? Yeah, I mean, Jamal, are you talking about on the daily chart? Yeah. The flat that I'm looking at, could that be a wave 4? Potentially, but I'm not a big fan of that count, but possibly yes. So let's look at that just for a second here on the higher time frames. Go to the daily. Yeah, especially if wave 4 goes up pretty fast and gets up here into wave 1. But I just don't like the shape of this for a diag. I'm not a fan. And I don't think we're making 5 waves like this. We don't have the shape of a 5-wave move here. I would be much more inclined to a more complex wave to the downside there. Tommy, I'll start with Bitcoin and I move on to the other markets. And we look at all the market together. I look at the SPX. I'll look at ETH. I'll look at so guys. Here's my Here's and Sunday Night Charts is about taking time, guys. It's not about a quick 10-minute video or 5-minute video talking about one thing. It's about looking at the overall market with my process. I start from the daily. I work my way down. I look at the RSI momentum. I look at wave structure on the different time frames. I talk about small time frames. Talk about trade ideas, and then we look for a general. We get a bias a bias for Bitcoin, what we think is going on. Then we look for confirmation or other charts. We do what I call correlation analysis by looking at Ethereum, XRP, ADA, DXY, and the SPX, and we look at what all those markets are doing, and we try to put a big picture together over what we might see going on in the market, and if they're all jiving together, if our ideas for every one of those charts jive together. And it takes time to do that, and I do a lot of talking. I talk about everything I'm seeing and what I'm thinking. So we're not, Sunday Night Charts isn't really about getting information fast, but it's about getting a good detailed look at the market and getting a plan for a trade over the next week or 2 weeks or whatever. So anyway, I hope that helps you there. But yeah, Tommy, if you're brand new to the channel, welcome, and glad you're here. And yes, definitely. Though I've seen Tommy's before, so I don't know if you're new or not, and I don't remember your screen name if you are not new, so forgive me if you are. All right. Yeah, good job, Chemo. That's exactly right. Y'all look at Chemo's comment there. News about all the bankruptcies and liquidations are a sign of the bottoming process. It is coming soon. Yeah, I think at least a short-term rally, dead cat bounce, so to speak, is definitely in the works. That could come out and take some liquidity out. Because if everybody's shorting the market right now, they're going to buy into those shorts. They're going to buy into those shorts and then take the price up, liquidate all the shorts, and then everybody that FOMO's in long up here, everybody starts FOMOing in here, they'll sell into the buys. So that's basically the way they're doing it, guys. They're taking out liquidity down here, and then they're going to buy into the people selling into this, okay? And then the people that are buying this, they're going to sell into those buys. Okay, so that's generally the way the market needs to go, and so this is kind of what we're looking for here, something like that. Okay. All right, so so guys, nothing ever goes straight where you think it's going to go. I mean, nothing ever goes straight. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, Tommy. Thanks. All right. So anyway, sorry it takes a while on Sunday Night Charts, guys. It's not for the those of you that are looking to get a quick fix on crack, chart crack, chart drugs, or whatever you want to call it. But it is for those of you that want to just an in-depth look at the market and just start preparing for trades, looking at wave structure, what to expect on the small time frame and the large time frame. That's what we're doing here, okay? So always looking for the potential here, down here, looking at the wave structure, saying, hey, is this a potential move? Yeah. So I'm looking for, you can kind of see how we kind of made a 3-wave structure here, okay? But I'm looking for this to turn into a 5-wave structure with a 3-wave pullback back to there. And then I'm looking for maybe a long out of that. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we get some kind of leading diag here, something like that, or it could just roll over and continue on down, But looking for a 5-wave structure here, that'd be nice on the 1 minute, 2 minute chart. Yeah, Chemo, get your fix. Get your fix. All right, guys, let's do this. So that's Bitcoin, guys. That's my main idea. I've shared with you why I think it's going to pump here soon. I don't know where the bottom is. I have I think everybody's looking for 14K. There's a good chance we've already bottomed, and we're looking for a pump here soon. That's going to be not what everybody expects, and so that was last. Hey Hugo, I don't care, man. I don't care. Jimmy Smokes Track. Hey, listen, I don't care. I don't care. So anyway, there's always the question: have we bottomed? Have we not bottomed? I think there's a good case for I think there's a good chance we have. There's a good chance we're close. This was the bottom, and that as long as we don't break that leg or break this leg or one of those holds, and then we get a move back to the upside, there's a good chance. We go up for a while. Okay, so that's a good one too. Or, remember what I said, we could be having some kind of a diagonal form where this is going to work its way down here, It's going to break that low, going to break this low, and then we're going to get a strong bounce out of it. 3 waves. And then we're going to go down again. One more time. Okay? And this could be the bottom shape here. Right there. Something like that. So I'm not sure what's happening here. But those are my 2 ideas. So, but that's what the beauty is, that takes us down to just 2 ideas. All right, let's look at Ethereum now, guys. Let's take a peek in light of, I love the Ethereum chart right now, guys. I so much like the Ethereum chart. I'm so bearish looking at the Ethereum chart. Bullish, excuse me. I'm so bullish looking at the Ethereum chart. Guys, I am bullish right now. I'm not a moon boy. I'm not. But I am practical, guys. I get bullish when it's time to get bullish, and I get bearish when it's time to get bearish. And guys, when this was playing around here, right here, all right, when this was in here, okay, and price jumped up right there, I told you guys, I made videos about it. I said Ethereum might double in price here, okay? I said that was a possibility. Now, it didn't double in price. It didn't continue up. But we saw the wave structure that said that pump was really possible and coming, okay? So, guys, we're at another place. We're at another place where we had a move up, okay? We had a move up. And then now we got a 3-wave move down. Is that 3-wave move finished? It could be. It might be. I'm not sure. But if it's done, oh, buddy, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, now I don't know if it's going to go or not, but certainly a possibility right there that we get some kind of a pump just like that. Now, what would be the count here? What would be the count? Well, I'm not a big fan of the wave structure, and I want to tell you that I kind of feel like we're going to pump and then roll over, and I think the ending diag is much more practical and possible. So I'm kind of thinking ending diag, guys, not pumping from here. Kind of thinking more down, break the low. But I do not want to see Ethereum. By all means, by all costs, I do not want to see this low broken on Ethereum, okay? If that low gets broken, I am not going to like the chart at all. The chart is going to be like, what in the world? Well, actually, that's not true. That's not true. But man, I hold hope for a much more bullish structure maybe. If we don't, I don't even know if that matters either. We could be at the bottom of Ethereum here, and we could be making all-time highs if that's a 1-2 on the chart, guys. This is very, very large. Guys, this price action right here is very large. It's very large. Okay? It's very large. This is very 5-wave-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very 5-wave-ish. This is very 3-wave-ish. Is it done? I'm not here to say if it's done or not. Could be. Don't think it is. It doesn't give me the sense that it is, but it could be done. It's possible that it's done based on the fractal that we looked at last week. And we looked at the fractal. Okay, let's look at it again. Where was it? It was right here. The COVID dump. We looked at this. We got this 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we got this we came down very fast, broke that low, okay, very fast, and then we just started working our way to the upside, okay. Now that's bullish Ethereum. Now remember this. Remember the shape right here, okay. Now let's look at what we got right here. It's the same shape. This is as big, okay? I mean, or is it as big? It's this took a lot more time, but same kind of deal here. We got a 5-wave shape. We got this 3-wave. It broke the low here. We could be ready to make a move, okay? Could be ready to make a move. It all depends on if this wave is finished, right here. Is this done? Is this going to break down and break this low and then come up for 1 and then a 2 and then go? Or has it made the 1 already? Has it made the 1 right there and now that's a 2-wave and then we're getting ready to go? Is that possible? Yeah, it's possible. We could have a 1-2 in our hands right there on Ethereum. The Ethereum chart gets me excited. Okay, now is it done? I don't know. one could argue, one might argue and say, hey, look what we got. We have we got a 3-wave move down there. This could be a 3-wave move there, and now we got a 3-wave move there. One might argue that. We haven't broken this low. The only rule for Elliott wave is that wave 2 cannot break the low of wave 1. Okay, we don't break that low. We get an engulfing candle out of here. Boom, look for a pullback, and then you're long. Okay, that's it. That's what you're looking for. Yeah, look for boom, wait for a pullback, and then you're long. That's what we want to see. That's an ideal world. That's what we want to see. So we're at this stage where this is getting ready to. This is your buy zone with an invalidation right here. I mean, this is buy zone and with an invalidation very close. So I look at that and I'm like, that's looking really, really good. Okay, what else could it be? Well, we could have some kind of an ending diag where this is like 1, we got a flat 2. Okay, we got 3, we're going to get a 4, and then we get a 5. That 5, so that 4, we got the 4 coming up soon. Whenever this 3 could come down a little deeper, right? Let's draw a trend line here. We could get down here, bounce up for a 4, and then go down for a 5. Okay? So if we got an ending diag, that's totally possible. But what's the beauty of this? I don't want to see, even if that's the end of this wave, that's the ending diag of that wave, I would like it not to break this low. We'd be looking for support right here at the bottom of these troughs, right here. Right down here, around $1,000, guys, around $1,000. That's the way I'd be thinking about it. All right, you guys seeing what I'm seeing here? You seeing what I'm saying? How would you count this? It's trash. It's trash. But let's count this as 1. Or, no, not 1. Sorry. Let's count that as the A wave. And count that as A. And count that as B. And count this as C. Now, if we break the low, if we break this low, we're not going up to make all-time highs from here. We're not. If we break the low. We might go up, and we might go up big, and we might double in price, but we're not going to break. We're not going to go up for all-time highs just yet. It's going to be years to come. If we come down and break the low down here somewhere, it's going to be what we call an expanded flat. That means Bitcoin has more down to go as well, but probably like 14K. And maybe Ethereum gets down here to 650 or something like that, or even 530 something. Now, it doesn't have to do that, but it could. And if it does, then we're looking for this C wave, just like we're looking for Bitcoin. Now, I'm having a hard time seeing this big of a move in Ethereum. It could happen. It could. But I like it as almost done. I do. So I'm a big fan. I'm a fan. And let's just see what happens tonight. Does this continue down, breaking that low? Does it break this low if it comes down? Or do we find support down here? Does this make a diag of some kind? Okay, does that finish that out? Very well could. Do we get an engulfing candle starting soon? Maybe. I'm not here to tell you. How y'all like that count? Y'all liking this count? You like where we are in the chart, or are you skeptical? Are you having a hard time? Hey, welcome from Singapore, man. Good to see you. I'm living in Michigan. I used to live in Missouri. I moved from the state of Missouri to the state of Mish, to the land of Mish. So, welcome to the channel. Glad you're here. D-Crypto, what's up, man? 10K? I don't think we're going down to 10K, but not right yet. Later. I think we're going there later, but I don't think we're going there quite yet. But we'll see. We'll see. That's my main take right now. 93 of you here. I love it. I love it. Good to see all 93 of you. I haven't mentioned my Discord. If you like Sunday night charts, guys, we do this every day, twice a day. Not so long. We don't do long streams like this, like 2-hour streams every day. Usually about 30 minutes to an hour every day in the morning. And an update in the evening, 15 minutes to 30 minutes in the evening. Just to catch up on the wave structure. We're looking at small time frame in the Discord. So if you're getting the big view on Sundays for all to see, and then we do daily wave updates throughout the week in the morning and in the evening, 2 lives a day. So if you're not part of the Discord, love to have you in. How do you become part of the Discord? All you got to do is go to patreon.com/Jim of All Trades. Sign up to be a Patreon patron, supporter of the Jim of All Trades channel. Join tier number 1, 2, or 3, and that will set your permissions in relationship to that. All right, guys. All right, let's go to XRP. I like the XRP chart as well. XRP is looking gorgeous here. Let me show you what XRP is looking at. Now, XRP. This is like, what is that? I think this is a very good chance that's a 1-2-1-2. Now it might not be. This might be something a lot deeper. Okay, so here's the bearish count. That this was a 3-wave move and it's done right there. And now we're getting ready to come down a lot deeper. I don't think that's the count, but it's possible. Okay. The other possibility is that you got a 1 and a wave 2. We did not break that low. Okay, and that could be a 1. And look at this 335 right there. We need a little bit more down. Okay, 335, and there's a wave 2. As long as we don't break this low right there, this is a good possibility where we got a 1-2-1-2, and then go. Oh, guys, we're getting ready to get a big move in Ethereum. Big wave coming to a chart near you. Okay, I like the XRP chart. I do. Okay, you got hidden bullish divergence right here.
Go pee.
My dog doesn't want to go outside, and my wife is yelling, "Go pee" on my Sunday night live stream. Hey, go on. He's like, "It's too cold outside. I don't want to go. I don't want to go outside." So anyway, XRP looks good again. Is it finished? Look at the small time frame just for a minute, 30-minute chart. Super oversold, guys. Oversold big time. I mean, like big time oversold. More than we've been in quite a while here. So we're due for a bit of a bounce. Now we may just get an initial bounce here. We got a very good 5-wave shape here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other possibility here is that we could have 1, 2. This could be 3 right here. Going to get a wave 4, sideways stuff. One more hit to the low. So in wave 4, what we do is we'll get a wave that takes us back, sideways in price, but up in the RSI. And then we get one more low, a higher low here, creating divergence, and then up we go. That's the 30-minute chart. So this might be what the bottom is going to look like. So this bounce that we're kind of looking at right now potentially might be like a wave 4 of some kind. Okay. All right. But yeah, we're due any time here for a bounce in price. Okay. Yeah, Tommy, everybody in the world is bearish like you, okay? And when everybody gets bearish, the market can't sustain. Market makers can't sustain all the selling, okay? In other words, they have to start buying, and they have to make those buys good, okay? So Tommy says, I'm overall bearish of the market and have a hard time seeing a big pump coming. I know it's counterintuitive, but you have to think counterintuitive and understand the market makers and how they move the market and why they move the market where they do. Okay, you have to understand they're going to do business. What they'll do in the 4-hour chart. Okay, look what they do. Look what they do. They did business here for what, 6 months? Let's see, June, July, August, September. 4 months right here. They did business in a range at a low and at a high. And they just kept staying in that range, doing business. Then what they did, they did a markup here where they marked up price, okay? And then they got some profit taking, okay? They're coming back down. What have they been doing? They're retesting this range, okay? This is non-Elliott wave thinking. This is just some. Well, what they're doing now is that they're back in the box here. They're back in the box, okay? They have bounced off the bottom of the box here as the liquidity zone here, okay? Now, if they, it's a very good chance they start busting out of this box, okay? And if they do, you're looking at this, okay? You're looking at a big move coming. Now, it may not be exactly now. It may take a little time to play around in here before it goes up. It may take a month, the next month or two. Okay? We're not talking tomorrow. We're not talking tomorrow. We're not talking in 5 days. We're just looking for evidences that, hey, is the market about finished? Okay, so what you have to understand is that, market makers, with all this right here, everybody's bearish. Everybody's looking for this. We got a 3-wave move. We're looking for the next move down. What do? They took it up unexpectedly. Why do they do that? Because everybody else was looking for this to go down. Everybody else was bearish. Bear, dead cat bounce. It came down. Boom, boom. We got a 3-wave move. Now here we go. We're going down again. And everybody looks for the trend to continue down. And so when everybody and their brother gets to be looking at the market in the same way, okay, in the same way, they've got to go against the grain, okay, because they need sellers, guys. Sellers. Why do they need sellers? Because they want to be buyers down here, okay. Why this wave here? Why that wave? Because they need sellers so they can be buyers. Buy. Okay. Now we're going down. Okay, we got a downtrend. We need sellers. We went down really fast. We need sellers. Looks like we're going to go down again. We need sellers. Why? Because they need to buy. They need to buy into the sells. Okay. So just you got to understand that that's the way the market does. And so, when the retail trader is bearish, guys, you need to be thinking bullish. Okay. You just got to understand. You just got to understand wave structure, and is there anything in the wave structure letting you know that, hey, it's about ready to go the other way? Okay, the RSI is a good indicator of that, but it's not the only way. You got to learn how to read that. It's a good way to measure momentum and see when it's fizzling, but it's not the only way to read it. Okay, but for me, this is an area that I would really, really consider thinking about whether the market is ready to go long or not. Now, you can wait. You can wait for price to start moving. You can wait for price to start moving. Okay, but even then, you're not guaranteed, because this thing could make a 3-wave like this, take the low out, and then go. So it's going to be really hard to catch the exact bottom, right? It's going to be really hard. They're not going to make it easy on you. But guys, in the next 6 months, I think there's a high likelihood in the next 6 months you're going to see a chart, on a daily chart, on Ethereum. Okay? Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Are we going to come down and break the low or not? But you're going to see some kind of move like this back to the upside. And it's going to be a flat or a 3-wave move. Okay? A flat or a 3-wave. I don't know which. I'm not here to, well, I am here to speculate, but I'm not here to tell you what to trade. All right? Okay. All right. Let's look at DXY now, guys. Y'all been waiting for DXY. So let's take a peek at the DXY and see what the DXY is doing. All right. So let's start with the daily. Let's just kind of look at the daily, see, okay, what's happening here. Okay. First off, if we go to the 3-day, it gives us a little bit of a better viewpoint. We got a channel here. Okay. We got a nice channel. All right. So there we go. We got a nice channel. We're bouncing hard off the top here. What's interesting is that even though the DXY bounced hard, we did not get that an equivalent move to the upside, which I'm surprised at, to be honest with you. I'm surprised at. But we got a pretty big move to the downside. Okay. Now, I don't think the downside move is finished. It is possible that what I've been expecting is some kind of a move like this, where we play around up here, up and down for a while. And that may be indeed what's going to happen, that we, for the next year, play around. Okay? That might allow Bitcoin and the other markets a little bit more freedom. Okay, and as the price of the dollar stabilizes, it doesn't trend to the up or trend to the down, but it just has stays within a zone. We've made a top and we've made a bottom of this peak potentially, or we have more to come, but we got a top here. I'd like to see it stay in a range. Okay, work its way back up and just play around up here for a little while, maybe even a deeper move before it goes up, or we get a reversal, something like that, where we get a three-wave move up here. All right. Now, if this is a reversal zone, okay, let's look at the weekly just for a moment. We have what looks like a very nice W, boom, X, boom, and then a Y, WXY. That could possibly be finished. And if that's the case, if this WXY is done, okay, then this was a flat right here, A, B, C, all right? This was a flat, A, B, C. Actually, it's pretty ugly, though. I don't know what to do with it, really. One might argue that 3, that could be a 5. I don't think it's a 5-wave move. I think this is a WXY of some kind. It's a DXY. Yeah. If those of you don't know what a WXY is, that's a 333, where you get a 3-wave move, a 3-wave move there, and then a 3-wave move there. So this might be impulsing, okay, to the downside, where we're getting a move down 5 waves, that this might continue dropping to the downside, okay. If that's the case, now I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but if that's the case, then we'd be looking for a 3-wave pullback after that, and then maybe more down to break the low. That's when Bitcoin, okay, is allowed to move up, okay, to move up. So that is 3 or 4 years of price action I've just drawn there. 2 or 3 years of price action. I'm not a fan of 107 as weekly support. I see what you're looking at. And potentially, yeah, 107, potentially. But, you know, we might be looking at 103 even as real support. But that's going to take a long time, right, Jamal? That's going to take a while for that to play out. But, yeah. So, yeah, this wave structure, let's look at the smaller time frame. That's the weekly chart there. And you can see you can see, guys, we're very bearish on the dollar right now. We've broken that structure, but that doesn't mean it's going to keep coming straight down. We're due for a bounce here, okay? And you see how we came down here, and then we played around in here for a while. So I see this could be playing around here for a while, up here, okay? Somehow, all right. That's the way I'm kind of looking at the DXY for now. But has this bottomed out? Let's look at the smaller time frame, like the 1 hour chart. Okay, what's this wave structure that we're seeing here? What is that? I don't feel like this is finished. I feel like we're ready for a move to the downside. This is I'll show you what I'm seeing. The next move to the downside. I'm looking at this as some kind of impulse. I'm looking at this as 3 waves to the yeah, I'm not a big fan of this, but man, that's ugly. That's just ugly. All it is ugly. So I kind of like this maybe, or this truncated 3, 3. Man. I have a hard time. This wave structure sucks. It just really sucks. But what DXY likes to do is make flats. Okay, it likes to make flats here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that right there as a flat. Okay, and then we got boom, boom. Now, is this done? It could be done. But is it done? Look at the hidden bear here. Look at the hidden bear. That's very strong. Very strong hidden bear. Okay. So could we pop up a little higher? Yeah, we totally could. We totally could. I see this as a flat A, B, and a C with an ending diag. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that. Maybe an ending diag, ABC. In which case, then we would be... let's see, is there something else there? Oh, yeah, there's... Oh, maybe. Other possibility here is we got a flat in the middle. Right there. 3, 3, 5 right there. And we're getting an ABC here. A, B, we get a C. When that C finishes... So we might have a little bit up tonight. That means down tomorrow for Bitcoin. But then we're ready for another move to the downside. I see... if you were talking about 107 being weekly resistance, that would be fine. Not support. Yeah, Jamal, it gives the shape, but it doesn't have the proportionality of 5 waves. I know you can count 5 waves there, but you don't have the proportionality of 5 waves. And so I'm not inclined to say that this is finished. That's not, to me, that's not 5 waves at all, okay? That's not a 5-wave shape, all right? I'm looking for a 5-wave shape. I see this as a 1, 2, okay? Looking for 3 here, down here somewhere. 4 and then 5. Finding support right here at this trough. Okay, finding support right in here. Something like that. Possibly, Ibrahim. Possibly. I've got a couple accounts, but there is on the higher time frame, guys. On the higher time frame, there's hidden bullish divergence. We're not finished developing to the downside yet. I see more down for, but we're developing hidden bull. So there's going to be a move back to the upside, but more than likely it's gonna play around up here and then come down. We're going to get some kind of corrective wave up here. It's going to play around in this area and then work its way down later. So this is what I see happening over the next couple of years, guys. That's where I see the DXY playing in this area. And that's going to allow the freedom for the other markets to also be corrective as well. So there's the DXY. I see a little bit more down in the wave structure, but who knows? Who knows how much? Who knows how much? Let's see. I want to look at the small time frame here on BTC. Okay, that looks like a leading diag potentially. Maybe not. Maybe not. With a flat. So I got 2 ways of looking at this. We can look at this as 5 waves like this. Maybe a leading diag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 4 and the 1 touch, but they don't overlap perfectly. But then we could have, this could be A, B, and C. Might need one more hit to the low, or it's done. In which case we would get, this could be A, B, and C. Or 1, 2, and we could be getting a wave 3 out of that. Okay, I don't think so, but it could. Could. I think we're in the beginning of wave 4 zone, that we need a wave 4. More than likely, a bounce back up. I see this right here, this little, what looks like an ending diag as a potential, finishing move here. I wouldn't be surprised to see this come that way, but it could continue to roll over as well. We'll see what happens. If it breaks this low right here, that's bad news for this count, right? If it breaks that low. But it could be just small time frame A, B, and C, or this could be A, B, C right here, A, B, C, and now we could be, in the process of going down to the next level, right? Going down to the next level. Who knows where the bottom is? We don't necessarily have to catch the bottom. If you can discipline yourself to stay off the bottoms and tops, and you can just find the zone and be okay with catching the zone, that's what you want. That's what you want. Okay, I do like this price action here on the. I do like this price action though. I do. $30-minute shows a little bit better. Yeah. This RSI trend right there. I like it. I like that. Let's see if we get a bounce here. Super oversold. I mean, it's pretty deep, but I can go deeper. It can definitely go deeper, but there she goes. She broke the low there. Okay, so that 1-2 got invalidated, but this is a nice 5-wave shape here. See if there's more to it. Let's just take a peek here. I know we've broken that trend right there. That's not that big of a deal. We're losing the 3-wave look. Remember, one of my bullish counts invalidates at the break of this level. And one of my bullish counts invalidates at the break of that level. And we can still break those levels and still be bullish, but more than likely, we'll be coming down as an ending diag potentially. We could be getting a 1, 2. This could be 3, 4, and 5. We could be coming way down here. Working on an ending diag tonight. Not a huge fan, but of the diag. I'd much rather see a 1-2, 1-2 working. Small time frame. You see when it breaks the low there. If it breaks it in 3 waves, we're looking at a flat. If it breaks it in 5 waves, so if it's a flat, it's going to come down again. Right? So if it makes a flat here, it's going to end up coming down again. But if that was 5 waves, that could be the end of a 5-wave move. Something like this, where you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 finished. And now we're making the 1 of some wave to the upside, some kind of a 1 wave. We get a 2, 3, 4, 5. Something. Depends on what the wave is. Could be a wave 4 of a larger degree. It could be a reversal. You know what I mean? Just because it comes up and makes this a 1 wave doesn't mean it's going to go up forever. But it also means that we're going to get a bounce here. We're going to get some corrective. We need a correction. We do on the 5-minute. The 5-minute is got divergence all over it. It's oversold pretty well. So on the 5-minute chart, we need something more of substance here, something that of that size, or even something of that size, some kind of a larger correction, right? We need something there to reset the 5-minute RSI. The 30-minute, though, the 30-minute is forming a downward facing wedge, which generally means it's going to break out and up to the upside. Generally doesn't mean it has to go up, because it could just break up. It could break up here and then roll over and come on down again, create divergence again, which means it goes up and then rolls over and comes on down again, creates that divergence on this move down, like that. It could do something like that, creating the divergence the whole way, but just and so keep making lower lows. So don't think that divergence that we see, or even this break of the structure, is the end all be all of trading. It's just an indicator of when corrections come, and when the corrections come, then you can pay attention to wave structure. Once you understand the wave structure, okay, we took profit. We traded this wave to the upside. We took profit on this right at the top of that, okay, because we saw the 3-wave structure, the 3-wave nature of that wave, okay, and how Bitcoin moves. I was asleep. I wanted to wait and see my wave 2. I did not get in on that. I wish I had, because I was asleep at 2 a.m. For that move there. I would have gotten in, and that would have been a nice trade. But we don't have to trade. We're in control of our emotions. And so I've got bummed. I missed it, right? I would ordinarily would have wanted that. But nevertheless, I did share a chart, and anybody that was awake during the time would have seen that's a 3-wave move and would have taken that short. And we would have yelled, boom, 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 right? I've ignored the guys in the comments, so I'm hoping I'm not boring you to death here. All right, so you know what I'm thinking on DXY. You know what I'm thinking with Bitcoin. I'm looking for a bottom here. I'm looking for a pump, okay? So that pump might be because we get a larger dump on DXY. All right. Just depends on how fast it comes down on the DXY. All right, let's look at the SPX for a little bit, and let me check the comments, see how you guys are doing. Oh, guys, man, I'm not having the greatest fantasy night. Not having the greatest fantasy night. Bummer. Yeah, I shared that count, Chemo. I shared that count in the in our chat. The small triangle, and the B wave right here. I shared that this morning. So yeah, that's possible, and that's one of my counts. That's why this count's still in play. That's why this count is still in play, still intact, because we could have a triangle there, in which case we got an A, B for the triangle, and now C. We need a 4 and a 5 maybe, or we already got it, and we're about finished here. We don't break this low, okay? Or we could break the low. Like I said, we could break the low, but I don't want to see that low broken. So yeah, that count works great. I like that count too as well. All right, you guys are doing all right. Let's check the SPX here. All right, SPX. I got a couple of counts for the S&P. A couple of counts for the S&P. Here's count number 1. Count number 1 says, hey, this was a leading diagonal 5 3 5 3 5. Done. Leading diagonal finished. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Now, if that's the case, then we're looking for a 3-way pullback. We're about to start to get a 3-way move back to the upside, like so. Okay, and that's going to be choppy price action over the next year. It's going to be choppy. We might get a little bit more upside with some downside and upside. That's over the next, I don't know, over the next 6 months to 8 months, something like that. Just all depends on, this B wave could be a lot more. This B wave could be out here and C. So that could take a lot more time. That B, and that's what the DXY might be doing. It might be playing around in here, okay? All right. That's one count. What's another count? Another count says, hey, no, we got an A, B, C. There's your B wave right there. We're in the middle of this C wave to the upside, and we have already had 3 waves to the downside, A, B, C. Now we're getting A, B, C back here to the upside. It's expanded flat. We're going up nice and fast, nice and high. We're going to be expecting some kind of 3, and then down later. Okay? So we're in the middle of a rally to Christmas. Christmas rally. Santa Claus rally. So maybe so. Maybe so. That's my second count. Those are my 2 counts right now. Which one do you think? Do you like the bullish flat in the middle and then we go down and that's a WXY? That actually puts us going very, very bullish later on in the S&P. Very bullish here. S&P 500 later. But it's also very bearish coming the year 2023. It's going to get real bearish. Okay, so we get a pump really fast, and we get just a steady sell-off, something like that. Back down to this zone right there. Or even deeper if they want to take it deeper. And then later we get after there's blood in the streets, and we lose 3/4 of our profit, 75% of people's income and savings are out the door. Down then all the buyers coming in down here, boom, up we go. So yeah, that would correlate with what I'm seeing with Bitcoin right there. That we get a pump here and then a dump. Okay. It correlates with what I'm seeing with DXY. With the DXY, I'm seeing if we don't get that move there, what we do is we get a further dump here. That's going to allow for the pump to happen in BTC, and then we spend the next however long going back up in 3 waves, and that's when we hit the final lows on the S&P. That's when we hit the final lows in Bitcoin, and then death to the dollar. The dollar dies. And that happens in the year 2024, 2020. Sometime in the year, the death begins in 2024, and it goes into 2025. And this is when we have our financial reset. So that's the way I see the market moving. Maybe something like that. That means this has a real potential of heading on down. But this may not be done to the upside, but down we go. Which means the other markets continue to pump. So that, again, that's how the charts could correlate. And that would also finish this move, finish the hidden bull that we see on the weekly chart. Boom, boom. We get a pullback, and then the next move. Okay? How are you guys doing? Crypto world, did you just come in on a title and just Yeah. Glad you're here, by the way. Yeah. So definitely go back and rewind Crypto World. Rewind. So I've already been here an hour and a half sharing ideas. Guys, and y'all need to really take titles of YouTube videos with a grain of salt. I mean, YouTube makes us put interesting clicky type titles. Otherwise, nobody comes to the video. You're not going to click on the video to actually get the information, right? So if I just put weekly analysis there, it's no fun. So, but I am seeing the potential for a pump coming soon, right? So, all right. We know the counts that get us there. We know the invalidations. We know what we're looking for. So I spent an hour and a half sharing those things. All right, guys. There's my view of the market. Pretty much, to boil my TA down to the small time frame. Here's what I think the implications are. I've got 2 counts for you. There could be more, but right now this is either a diagonal 1, 2. We're in the middle of wave 3. We're going to get a 4 and a 5, so we get a bit of a pump, and then one more low, and we're looking at around 14K as the bottom. If this is going to continue trending down like so, okay. Yeah, man, but I've been talking about the title for an hour and a half. So when people come in, and I get a lot of trolls in here, so who just come in, look at the title, and then come in and say something snarky. So, yeah, I'm not saying that you did, but I almost took your comments that way. So just because it's dumping tonight or dumping now doesn't mean it can't pump tomorrow. You know that. You know what crypto does. So we're getting ready for a pump, right? Yeah. Nice job. He listened to me at twice the speed. That's hilarious. Yeah, when the fear and greed, when fear and greed get so low or so high, then that's yeah. When fear and greed. Well, which one is it? Greedy or what's the fear and greed scale? What's it on right now? The other count. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Ending diag there, or we got a 3-wave that's not going to break this low, and we could see a move up, and we get some kind of 1-2, and we're going to start pumping out of here to the end of the year. So it just all depends on how this comes down. Do we find support in this region right where I've got support drawn? And start pumping out of here, or do we just roll over and continue to take these lows out? Watch out for that diagonal, though, guys. Watch out for that diag. Okay, you might get a pump out of it, and that's a good tradable move. But watch out for that low. 14K. I like 14K as a nice low, and then a pump out of there. Let's see what happens. So yeah, of course it's dumping tonight, but it could be in setup for a pump tomorrow or tonight even. So, we know that. Everybody knows that. All right, guys. Well, I'm pretty tired. I want to go call it a night. I hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream. That's my look at the market, guys. And overall, all of the charts, even if I did a bunch of requests right now, all the charts are looking kind of the same. Okay. Looking at this particular wave here, I'm not sure. This kind of looks like a flat, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a 3-wave move and then a move out of it. So watch out for something like that. Or if this kind of comes down, and this was wave 4, and then we get a wave 5, and then up we go. So watch out for something like that as well. That looks pretty decent. This looks like a nice flat right here, potentially. Boom, boom, boom. But if not, this could be a 1. We could get a wave 2, and it could go. It could start pumping out of here. So let's see what happens here on the small time frame. That's the 2-minute chart, guys. Keep that in mind. It's a 2-minute chart. So the question is on the 2-minute, on the next trade, is that 3 waves, and then we're going to go down for one more low? Maybe. Find support here on this line or below that line, maybe. Or this was the end. There's 5 waves for you, right? Oh, there's 5 waves for you. This is the beginning of something new. We get a 3-wave pullback, and here we go. Maybe. I don't know. But there's a lot of divergence down here on the 5-minute. I like it a lot. I got double divergence right there. Boom. Let's see if we get a wave 1 out of this, and then a wave 2, and then that's your long. Boom. If it rolls over, well, that's possible as well. Could it make a larger 3-wave back up into this region and then down? Yep, totally could. That's why wave structure, monitoring the wave structure on the small time frames is so important. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the live stream, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Come back and make a comment. Thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate you. Now we know crypto world that anytime they want to pump it and get out of this resistance area, they could totally do it. I mean, anytime they want to do it. So, guys, y'all just need to realize if the market makers want to get out of Dodge, they can. Where was the resistance for this wave right here? Where was the resistance? This is butter. Because that was a flat. Okay? So here's the deal, guys. See that right there? See all that resistance? We just cut right through it. If they want to, they can do it. They can pump on through it. So here's what I'm saying. On the higher time frames, guys, on the higher time frames, I'm saying we got the same structure. Butter. Just looking for butter. So don't get caught shorting the bottom, guys. Just saying. I made a case tonight. Go back and watch the beginning of the live stream. I made a case for why I think we're getting ready to get a big pump and something pretty big over the next 3 to 6 months. It's going to be a pretty big structure. I explained the time frame. It's not going to happen tonight, okay? But over the next 3 to 6 months, I think that move we may be in the beginning stages of that move. So you got to understand that's where we are. That's probably what's happening. This is going to go up here. So that's the wave I'm looking to start moving in. And the RSI is starting to round a corner. Price action is starting to possibly be ready to move for the next, to get that next wave. That next wave, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Pull back, continue. Okay? That's what I want to see. That's the rest of the year right there. That's the rest of the year. Let's see what happens. Definitely watch the beginning of the live stream if you missed it. Definitely come join the Discord if you're not a part of it. You're missing out. Trust me, you're missing out on all kinds of fun stuff and lots of good information every day. And don't forget, you don't have to wait to the beginning of the month to join anymore for Patreon, because they bill on the day you join. That's what I've. My channel is they bill you on the day you join now. Okay. Yeah, please don't 100x long right now, and make sure you monitor your risk. I'm just saying that could play. All right, guys, y'all have a great night. Thank you all so much for joining me. We'll see yous. Bye.